Last week, I did a photo shoot where I discussed creating images with punch rather than pizzazz. Simple setups, simple styling, simple editing, because contrary to popular belief, this stuff isn't rocket science. While you can definitely make complicated lighting setups and have all the most expensive gear and pay top dollar for a model and her hair and makeup people, you may not need to in order to deliver pleasing results. Today I continued on that theme with another photo shoot. I was thinking about the modeling aspect the most, keeping modeling simple, but still getting nice photos. I still used a pretty simple setup, one strobe in my studio, me on my stool, my camera on a tripod. I wore a simple black dress and did pretty simple and classic hair and makeup. I didn't change the camera settings once I got them to where I wanted them. I didn't change the lighting configuration either. I just changed me, just in small ways. Models have to find their good angles. Now, a lot of us work with beginner models who don't really know what their good angles are yet. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But within a model's good angles, modifying his or her poses during a shoot in small ways within those angles is the way to get variety and make sure to give you, the photographer, good shots. How does that help, you ask? Well, there are lots of reasons. First, you as a photographer know how lighting can make or break a shoot. Hopefully, your model knows how to work to the light, but she might not. So, making small adjustments to her poses can eliminate lighting issues, like unwanted shadows. For example, in this photo, I was sitting with my legs about 45 degrees from the camera, had my face and body the same way, but turned my eyes to the camera. Now, with my head straight like that, you can see a big shadow from my hair on my forehead. But in this one, I tilted my head up a bit, keeping the same angle to the camera, and I was able to get rid of the shadow. I didn't have to mess with the lighting, and I still got a great shot. For me, of course, that's particularly important because I'm not seeing the photos as I go. I'm on an interval timer, so I make those small adjustments so I can get rid of shadows and stuff because otherwise I'd be back and forth to the camera a whole lot. Making small changes to the model's positioning can create whole different looks to photos, especially when you combine that with a little bit of post-processing. For example, in this photo, I appear to be kind of hugging myself and looking down, kind of, sad-like. So I made the image black and white and with a little bit of blue to it. So it made it a little bit, cold looking, I guess. But then in this one, where I just lift my eyes to the light, it seems a little bit more hopeful. So I added a dreamy kind of effect to it. Then there's this one where I turn my eyes to the viewer and give off a whole different vibe. I didn't do much but change the angle of my head slightly and move my eyes, but those posing changes in the three images, when combined with editing, create three very different looks. Okay, so I've been talking mostly about how the model needs to move, right? But what if she doesn't know how? I mentioned in the beginning that we work with beginner models that don't necessarily know what works best for them. They might not even really know how to pose or to make these small movements. What then? Well, tell them what to do. Guide them through making these small changes. We're used to giving them the big directions, right? Like sit on the stool and put your legs to the right, turn your face to me, sit up straight. But you can guide them through making the small changes too. It's perfectly okay to say, keep your body where it is, but raise your chin a little bit. Okay, now a little more, one more time. This is not only going to help you get the shot, but it will also help this new model learn her angles. I think we can all get a little excited sometimes and just start shooting whatever the model does. But, it's okay to stop them and say, gosh, I really like that pose. Stay there, but drop your chin a little bit. Or, stay there, but turn your face a little to the right. Personally, I explain what I'm about to do. Sometimes I tell them directly what I'm going to do and what I want them to do. Like, I'll say, okay, I want you to stay exactly there, but follow me with just your eyes because I'm going to move around you and move up and down to get different angles on your face. So, VIPs, keep your eyes peeled because I'll be posting more photos from today for you guys, plus all of the technical information from the shoot, like my camera and lighting settings. For everyone else, let me know if you have any questions.